All right, this next episode of the Strong and Petty podcast is brought to you by, we have a sponsor now, Dan. Jeremy Weens, realtor with Coldwell Banker. This guy is Devin's man when it comes to
he is.
Comes to realty, to buying and selling properties, to making shit happen like the Monopoly man over here that Devin is. So his information is 204-381-1167 or jeremy.weens@coldwellbanker.ca or jeremyweensrealtor.com. Devin, you've done some pretty considerable business with.
Yeah, I've done. So I've been buddies with Jeremy since, believe it or not, he was my youth leader as a kid.
Oh wow, way back. Okay.
Yeah. So and then we became buddies later on in life when I was an adult and grew up a little bit. And he got into realty a couple of years back.
Grew out.
Yeah. We got into realty a couple of years back, and he listens to our podcast every episode.
Great.
And I had mentioned, we're at the point we're getting sponsors. He's like, I would sponsor you. I love what you guys do. I've bought and sold 10 or 11 deals with this guy in the last 12 months. He finds me deals that even I have a coach that I hired for real estate to teach me the ins and outs of rentals. I just didn't want to learn the hard way.
Right.
And my coach Nelson Camp, he's even like, this realtor you have goes above and beyond any realtor I've ever heard. Amazing. He sends me at least one deal a day on my email. I taught him how to analyze the deal, so he analyzes them, sends them to me broken down, what the profit margins are and everything. He does all that work for me.
What the fuck else could you ask for?
Yeah. He's good.
Hire this man.
Yeah.
So that's Jeremy Weens. Let's get on with the show.
It is hard to be alive if you can't do that.
There we go.
Welcome to episode, somebody give it to me, 41? It's got to be 41, right?
It's 41.
41 of the Strong and Petty podcast. We killed
42?
Dave. Is it 42? Motherfucker.
I was gonna say, I feel like it might be 42.
I'm distracted by this guy's hair.
We should have remembered that it's Devin's
fucking-
fucking age.
I don't know between him and our producer here who's using more of that. What's that?
Dippity-doo.
Dippity-doo. That's you do remember that?
Yeah, Dan looks like a Nazi, to be frank with you. Like he's very,
What level?
very cleanly shaven. And
What level of dippity-doo? Because remember you got the 4, the 6, the 8, the 10. Come on, you remember that?
When was the last time you fucking had hair to use dippity-doo?
Yeah.
Because
I'm trying to bring some hair into this
hair.
podcast.
I can't. I don't think I've ever known you with hair on your head.
Do you know why I shaved my head?
Because racism.
No, my secretary got cancer.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh
so-
wow.
so
And
I-
you just kept it.
I had never had short hair, and my secretary at the time, she was in her 60s. I didn't own the company at the time, but it was just when I was buying in.
Right.
She got cancer, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shave my head and swear because she was losing her hair. So I walked in the office in the morning. I bicked it.
Really?
And I had never had short hair.
Wow.
And everyone's like, what happened? So then all my workers actually bicked their head. Danielle, you remember that?
Danielle, the queen of the Penner Empire, is here as well in the background.
She didn't.
Danielle, did you like Devin with hair?
No, he looks better.
Looks better like this. Wow, that's
Good lord.
Oh my god.
What did you look like before?
Wow, thanks, dear.
That's
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
literally hard to imagine. So
Well, she didn't even know. She came home from volleyball, I think it was, and I had like the Mach 7. You take one, and it takes 7 stripes.
yeah, it's
You know?
gone.
And it was gone, and then
Wow.
I just never grew it back. Yeah.
All right, well that's the story of Devin's hair.
She survived
for this
cancer too, by the way.
Wow.
She survived. She beat cancer.
Good for her. Congratulations
great.
to Devin's old secretary.
Yeah. So,
We got Devin here in the middle of a pro sandwich, if you will. we haven't had him on here since then, but this is Manitoba's newest pro strongman on the circuit, Dan Cadger. We're very excited to have him back on here. Devin's the greasy little meatball in our pro sandwich.
man, you would have loved my group chat the other day.
Why?
Just by the way you won your pro card, and it was just we have a little group chat, and Janae's gonna hate this, but Janae's on there, Pat's on there, just a group that we're going to Arnold's with, and we're chatting, and they were making some stabs at me because I'm just old and fat and useless, and Pat and Janae were just kind of having at it with me there, and I said that's just a lot of talk and bullshit come from people who get the pro cards by getting second place. And I knew that one would strike a nerve with Janelle.
Yeah.
Like it struck deep. Yeah,
I
Pat's
got mine by getting third place, so I can't say shit.
And I walked in with the gym. I said, "There's only one picture on the wall of a first place guy, and it ain't you guys."
And yet you're still an amateur.
yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So
Do you have a card?
No.
Oh, so it's just in the land of make believe.
It's all.
Go on the circuit
That
website, buddy.
That Instagram thing, right?
My picture's there.
Do you see that thing? That the video is? Oh, the land of make believe. Yeah.
It's all in our heads. If we believe that we're pros, then we're pros.
Exactly.
I believe I look better with hair, but
the circuit page. So for anyone who's not familiar with sort of how the what does it mean to be like a pro? Like what is that? You know what I mean?
You got shorted on the circuit page.
Am I shorter?
Yeah, you got screwed over. They listed your best placings, but they didn't list your win internationally, which was a circuit show.
Oh, I actually forgot to tell them that. Shit, they asked me for the information.
Oh, I was like,
I forgot.
Wow.
his first pro win, and they don't even list it. Manitoba Strongest Man's his best title. I'm like, you want a pro show?
I forgot about that.
Oh,
well,
I thought that was them.
Well, that was
Sorry.
foolish.
No, that was entirely me. That was just me shortchanging myself. But it's like, so now that you're on the pro circuit, can you sort of explain what that means? There's somebody who just might not know like what it like, because let's say that there's I don't want to get too much into the weeds of like what it like. There's like SEC Pro and there's whatever, but I think that most people recognize that like the circuit Omfort that's run by JF Caron is like the place to be for Canadian strongman to be considered like a pro in the true sense. So what does it change for you? What does it mean that's different for you?
I mean, I'll probably be competing a little bit less.
Definitely less.
Definitely less. Much harder shows to do. Much heavier.
Let me fill in the blanks here for Dan. I think he might not know, but he'll get you get like accommodations taken care of when you go to shows now and stuff. You get you don't have to pay any kind of like a registration fee to be part of shows anymore. You get first crack at shows too. So like say like something like Westerns, if they're gonna have like a fixed number of people, the pros get the first invites. They get to populate the list first, whatever. And also I think we found like we get a lot of little bonuses too, like competing in Cuba, shit like that. Like maybe that's something you can look forward to next year. And we got I got Gianna a circuit sweater with Sigurdsson on the back too, which I'm excited to see her rocking as a little Filipino woman. That'll be a good sight too.
The name is bigger than her back.
I didn't get Kristen one, so
well. Christmas present next year.
Just a one-up show here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're very excited to have our second pro. And hey, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. We got two pros in Manitoba, and where do they both train? Read the fucking T-shirt, Iron Age.
I believe it's Iron
Most
Age.
of our viewers can't read.
That's true. That's why I made sure I said it out loud for them.
I don't know if that's a way to take a shot at our viewers here.
So we
They probably don't buy houses either, but look at us. Advertising
I'm looking to get into the rental game property myself, so I'll be speaking to
I was actually going to
Mr.
ask you
Weeds
that
there.
too.
Yeah,
I heard that's pretty exciting.
that'll be coming up in the future for me, I think, pretty soon.
Well, what are you weighing now, Dan? Are you had cut weight from where you're heaviest during the season?
Yeah, I'm sitting around like 270 right now.
So you could do the U120.
Why would I do that?
If you really wanted to.
If you're like, I don't want to travel these pro shows, just go hit up the U120 because you can still compete anywhere.
I guess I could, but I'm not going to do that.
Do a water cut.
Yeah.
I think it is interesting.
As in
though.
take a piss.
Take a big shit. No piss.
Like I think that along with say maybe like Simone, who is pretty good company being Canada's strongest man.
Yeah.
I would say that like in terms of like height and weight, like you got to be maybe not. Well, I don't know height. There's a few shorter guys on the circuit, but in terms of weight, you're probably one of the lighter guys on the circuit. I would think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Like Simone sits around 270, I think, when he's real heavy.
Yeah, Isaac,
right? Yeah, Isaac's a lighter guy too. Yeah.
Sam.
What's Sam at right now? He's
I don't know.
Yeah, he's 105. Yeah, okay, so true enough. So there's a few guys. I think that
Riesling?
Yeah, Risley. Yeah, I think that he would probably want to put on a little more size if he was going to try to compete in the open, like a pro open show.
Yeah.
But
because the pro doesn't have 105 shows. The circuit pro.
the circuit is open. It's just always open. It's yeah. So it's very. You definitely would want to be as close as you can get to that open weight class category to be competitive. I would think there's a few guys who can really, like you said, like Isaac Mays and Simone and stuff, who can really, and Dan, who can kind of turn that on its ear. But most of the guys try to be really big and heavy for those shows.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see a guy like you who doesn't exactly fit the mold of like what the circuit guys have looked like in the past, where you think of like Westerwinski or Jeffers or Colton or Tristan, or these guys are just fucking huge.
Yeah.
And then.
I'm just showing up for the average man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's a good. The average 270 pound.
The average guy, 270.
But
pretty
I
simple.
think it's actually a good thing though. I think it's good to see because you competed at 105 as early or as recently as last year, right? It was last year, wasn't it? I guess technically.
So I'd be entering my third.
Right, so it'd be your
so-
first year. So
yeah.
we'd be getting towards a year and a half, 2 years, whatever. But
What were you weighing on your first show? Because I have a picture of you at the Brick House show in 2020 or 2021. Your first show ever.
My first show ever was
I have a pic of
the
you and
Novice
Gord.
show.
the novice comp, yeah.
Well, I have a picture of you and Gord at a Brick House show.
I did 105 there.
So you were 105.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What were you at the Novice show? 230?
Probably around the same. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have been about the
Yeah.
same body weight then, right? And it's just,
Yeah.
but it's just a good example of like if it's possible to go back and forth in these weight classes and stuff. And you don't have to be super committed to one thing like that. And I don't exactly see you going back to 105 anytime in the near future, or really even at all, probably. But it's interesting to show that you can do it.
Yeah.
Like anybody who's looking at you right now can see there's a little bit of fat on the frame, but you're very muscular.
I'm pretty solid. You know?
but you're a very muscular dude, so that you're not like it's not like you're sitting there just getting as fat as you can to hit this
What are you trying to say?
mystery body weight. Yeah, not like somebody else around here.
Yeah.
But like there's guys
I should
who
wear a black shirt too.
the guys who want to get into the open, they don't have to have this notion that they have to be these big fat messes to do it. Is kind of what I'm getting at with
Yeah.
that. Like they can be like more normal looking guys and still be in the.
Do you know how those
competing.
phases? You look at back World Strongest Man. There's a phase back early mid 2000s. Zvickus, massive. All those
Yeah,
guys were
yeah.
massive. And then you got Pusnowski there. He was shredded. Then it went massive. Then it went back to shredded
Yeah.
again. And it seems to do these highs and lows.
Well, and even
Yeah,
now,
shredded like me. You know?
yeah, shredded like Dan. But even if you look at like say like a guy like
That looks like shredded cheese that went in the microwave. It was
You're
shredded
one
at
to
one
talk.
point.
You're one to talk.
It was shredded at one point.
but even like Brian Shaw was like
I literally eat cheese in the microwave every night.
I'm
not surprised.
Yeah.
Wow, really? I can't believe that, Devin.
I can hear the struggle from your fucking jeans button.
I didn't have
Like-
to wear a belt today.
Like Brian Shaw and like say Thor are both fucking huge, but like they both compete with like abs and shit. And
Yeah.
like
At 400 pounds.
yeah, are super athletic, and Brian Shaw like set like the rowing machine like record and stuff. These guys are like
Yeah.
are like
The
super,
concept
super
rower.
athletes. Yeah. So to be big is not enough anymore. You have to be athletic too. And like I said, like Simone being one of the maybe the lightest guy to compete on the circuit last year, I would say Simone, right? Maybe
Well,
besides Isaac.
Besides Isaac.
Yeah. And to win CSM,
Yeah.
I mean that really says it all. So
Yeah.
Do you guys have an Airdyne at your gym? Like the actual Schwinn Airdyne?
uh,
Which one do you have?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's what I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a, we got
Just call it an assault bike. I don't know. There's
Oh,
not,
no,
it's
so
not,
then-
it's,
then
it's
it's
not.
not. No, assault's
it's,
different.
it's not that though. I just call it that.
We
Ass
did.
bike.
The ass bike.
I
Yeah.
made Pat do the how fast the 60 calorie challenge.
Oh yeah.
Poor guy. He beat us all. But
Yeah.
he did 60 calories in 40 seconds.
And I'm not. This is not me trying to make fun of Pat, although it's going to
Yeah.
sound like it is. He's got short arms and short legs, so
Yeah.
for him to be able to pump that fast is pretty
The
fucking
best
impressive.
time was Reggie. He beat all of us. He got 37 seconds.
That's-
Took him an hour and a half to recover.
That's pervert speed.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
something to do with a perverse mind for
Yeah.
sure. That's nothing
Yeah.
to do with
That's
physical.
escaping
ability.
police on a bike. That's
It's weird because we had to have ice cream music playing while he did it. It made no sense to me. Someone helped
Reggie
him.
actually popped by my gym over the holidays.
Did he?
Yep, he did. Him and his lovely lady and from BC, and
He's been texting for a month. I'm coming to your gym for Christmas. Then he didn't show up.
I got my Christmas present from him.
Yeah.
Just him showing up.
yeah.
Weird.
So now that we're,
With bells and whistles on.
by the way, Happy New Year, everybody too. It's going to be the New Year by the time this comes out.
Oh, yeah, it will be.
Yeah, Merry Christmas
be.
to everybody
Merry
who
Christmas.
to those who
Feliz-
celebrate, and
Feliz
happy holidays
Navidad.
to everybody else, right, D?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm all about that happy holiday shit. Merry Xmas.
Was it? Did you?
Nothing pisses me off more, Tyler, than cocksuckers getting paid to take Christmas off and then you're like, oh, Christmas is stupid. Religious is dumb. Well, then work during Christmas.
Go
you
get
pieces of
to
shit.
work, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If
I
you don't want to
totally
celebrate
agree.
the holiday, then work.
I agree.
Why am I paying workers? You're like, oh, Christmas is stupid. Well, then I won't pay you your stat holidays. I don't give a shit.
That's why I'm a big fan of Labor Day for like the socialist movement, as I know you are
Yes,
too.
yeah, huge.
absolutely.
I'm
that
all
stirs
about the
something up
socialist
in Devin.
movement.
Why is your face getting redder?
Getting angry. He's just getting-
It's the orange from the microphone. Yeah.
just
Talks to me about religion and socialism. Be all hyped up.
but Christmas was good for you.
It was actually, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually a guy I don't get a lot of gifts because I'm just a guy I buy what I want when I want.
Right.
And
You
I
see,
got,
you strike me as a guy who'd be really hard to get gifts.
yeah,
for.
and I got two that I wasn't expecting this year. So Brian and Janaea bought me and Danielle a wood fire pit for our deck. Some nice big tray. Wasn't expecting that.
Nice.
And Danielle somehow got me her and her mom got me a humidor, which I've been wanting for a while, but I didn't even ask for it. for cigars.
What does that look like?
Big wooden box.
Oh, okay.
With it's got a humidity down there and a temperature. You put your humidity sticks. It's for all my cigars. It fits like
You couldn't have sprung for the walk-in one there,
Hey?
Danielle?
fits 160 cigars.
That's
No,
it.
but it's like the one you can walk into yourself. And
That's
stuff,
I
is
know.
it?
I know. She cheaped out again.
That's incredible that you didn't do that.
In the new house, I'll have a cigar room. In the new
the
place.
cigar room.
I actually believe you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm-
I got a
I
butcher
can see
shop
that.
in there, and I got everything going in there ready. So why can't I have a cigar room?
I went to
It's small, 8,000 square feet.
I went to that tobacco to the Thomas Hines.
I'm headed there right after this.
Are you?
Yeah.
Didn't care for it. Not my
What?
kind of place. No.
Like you went for the sampling room?
Like the lounge or whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a little too fancy for me. And Devin's a little fancy boy, so that's going to be
Yeah.
fine for him. He's going to go
Old
there
fancy
with
pants
his.
Devin over
He's
here.
gonna put on his little bow tie and go down there.
me and Peter Herman. You would like me and Mike when we were down in the States. Stogies. That's the place you would like.
Yeah.
So some of the Thomas Hines, but very old, very just, and they have live music every night. And so we always went up in the upstairs. It's actually a haunted house.
Oh.
So it's creepy. You had the wash. You could feel something's a little off. Your hair rise. Like, okay. But we sat upstairs and you looked down through the balcony. You had the live
It's
band.
like Devin
We just-
breathing over your shoulder.
Yeah.
That's what you're noticing. But like they, the cigars or whatever. Like I'm not really like a big cigar guy or whatever. But for me, I mean, the issue for me is I know this isn't a problem for Devin, a big fancy rich boy like Devin. But the $30 drinks are going to deter me from pretty much
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Me, Gordon, and Corey went. We each had one drink.
Yeah,
And we're like,
But for me, I would probably as soon just go and buy like the cigars and then just go to somebody's garage.
I know a place.
Do you? Like I
Big
just
Atlas stones.
I think yeah that's an idea. I think just like sitting in that room was a little much for me.
There's
and
a
then
lot
you
of-
leave and you're just like everything about you smells like smoke.
See,
afterwards.
it used to be those cigar. Like when I think of cigar bars, I think of like that movie, Lawless.
Okay.
That's the movie I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Old moonshine and stuff. That's what I think about. But then I go to that place and I like it, but it's too many hipsters.
I was gonna say that's not really the vibe they're going for. is
No,
Lawless.
The
No.
Prohibition era.
Yeah. I'm more in
This is
the
highly illegal.
I love that movie actually.
Dude,
It's
we
great
just
movie.
watched it again.
Yeah.
The other day.
Yeah. Yeah. We went there and
Who'd you go with?
I was so I do extra work for on the side as like a security guard, like a personal security for this guy.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
you
he
talked
brought
about this. Yeah.
he brought me there, and I just hung out, and they bought me a cigar, and I had to just sit around and look tough, and that was pretty much the whole gig. But it was a cool place, I guess.
So they
but
got
it was,
dropped outside and shit kicked.
it was just wait till the first time that happens, and I don't get a job anymore because I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do.
I actually don't like fighting.
It's gonna be me jumping.
Me and
No.
Dan are jumping you for a $30 drink.
Yeah, I'm more I'm a visual deterrent more
You
than
wouldn't even see
anything
us
else.
coming.
No.
Straight to the Achilles tendons.
Yeah, well, if you have a plan, then you have a plan, I guess.
Hard to chase us from your Achilles are cut.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm chasing you guys down afterwards. So now that we and the three of us have yet to experience the New Year, but the viewer has. The listener and the viewer have experienced the New Year's Eve and everything, and I hope it was wonderful for everybody. But what we are looking now towards is the 2024 Strongman season. You got somewhere to be there, Dan? Checking your watch, buddy?
Well, you got one of those smart watches.
Was that a Christmas present?
Was it a Christmas present?
Yeah.
No, I've had this for like a year.
Oh, okay.
Which one is it?
I don't know. It's a fucking watch.
Is it a smartwatch?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Smart boy, then, I guess.
Then it's just, yeah.
Kristen texted me.
Oh, okay. Tell us how it
Android
sucks.
or Apple?
Samsung.
That'd be.
Okay. Anyway, so
I respect you
All right.
now.
I really would love to get talking about this fucking thing I want to talk about. So
Is that an iPhone?
this is an iPhone because I'm a normal person.
Gay.
We got the Strongman 2024 season coming up. We've already talked about we have the log competition on the 16th of March. That's what we said, right? I think. Yeah, let's check that out and
Let
make
me
sure.
put that in my calendar and then check my calendar.
From what
Oh yeah, log comp. Cherry log event.
16th?
March 16th,
March
homies.
16th.
What time? We have a time?
Probably like 11, I would say.
It's early for Pat.
Yeah, Pat will roll his ass out of bed at 10:30, get there just in time. So
You'll probably skip it like the axle.
yeah, exactly. You have to be there for it to matter first. So what I'm hearing is we'll have a strong contingent possibly from the Steinbach crew coming up.
Yeah, Bushi was at my place yesterday, and he said he's hoping to hit 25 people coming from Steinbach to trial to log comp.
That's
and then
incredible.
hoping to get some retention from that into the novice comp.
I mean, that's always the goal. That's kind of our not
Yeah.
so secret goal with these events, whether it's the log lift, deadlift for dreams, the Novice Competition. It's to get people to try strongman and hopefully like it as half as much as we do.
And he's good that way. He's got such a strong following there that people respect him. They like what he does.
Yeah. Well,
He
it's
said he had
easy
15
when
for
you're a
sure.
strong guy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like when you're a big strong guy and people see that and they're like, I want to be like that guy.
Yeah.
So it sounds like he's getting his back in order. Maybe he's going to be competing
Yep.
even next season.
It
So that's
sounds
great.
like he wants to dabble.
Yep, I'm really happy to hear that. So if he reached like even close to his goal, that would be like doubling. Like I think our highest one was 28 the first year or something like that.
Yeah,
So if
so-
he brought 25, that'd be, oh boy, that'd be.
And it's
wild.
all for charity, which is awesome.
Every dollar of it goes to an undisclosed charity so far. We're still in the process of figuring that one out exactly, but as soon as we know, I'm just waiting. I just have to speak to the person who's in charge of the charity. But it's, holiday stuff. It's tough. So we're going to figure that one out, and then we're going to announce that, and we will probably open registration for that end of this week, I'll say.
That's what you're thinking?
Yeah. They'll say when you're watching this, by the end of the week, the registration will be open for that. And I encourage everyone, even if it's the same thing as with Deadlift for Dreams or with anything else, even if you can't come and lift or you really don't want to or whatever, just sign up. Tell me that it's just a donation and not to actually lift, and it all goes towards X charity. X to be decided. X formerly known as Twitter. Yeah.
Speaking of fundraising, now that we officially have our Strong Manitoba shirts in our possession, literally in the building, 4 months later, we got them here.
I'm not gonna. You know what? Okay. Yeah. For one moment, I'm not gonna put anybody on blast.
Oh, you want to?
I want to desperately. I fucking desperately want to. But being a small business owner, I still think that even though this other person who we got these shirts from is a fucking moron and just fucking blew it again and again and again, and should reconsider his line of work. I still don't think that we should name names or whatever, because
we're not gonna name
as a
names.
small business owner, I just think that it's I don't know. It would bother me even if whatever. Yeah. But me and Devin, this has nothing to do with Dan here. Me and Devin, as the guys who do Strong Manitoba, really want to thank our people for being patient with these fucking shirts, because I swear to God that we ordered them the week that we said we were going to at the beginning of September, and we just got them in our hands today, December 29th.
Yeah. 9 o'clock in the morning they were delivered to my office.
Yes. So they're the wrong goddamn color. So we're gonna, but they're close enough so that we're still gonna, if anybody has a problem with like how long they've waited or the color being different, it's like light gray instead of dark gray.
Yeah.
If anybody
reason being for the
All
light
my
gray
money back.
was
I figured you would.
because of the loaf and a couple guys in the 3XL, 4XL category,
Yeah,
we couldn't get the dark gray in, so that we all made them a lighter gray.
We're all suffering because of Lane's fat belly.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, fat guy.
Yeah. And it was only laying above 1XL.
Yeah. So
Nate as well.
We have the shirts. I will have probably distributed most of them by the time you guys hear this, but if you haven't gotten yours, please
Hit us up.
hit us up.
But the reason I'm saying that is I didn't want to do any more work into the fundraiser for that I talked about putting out about a month ago. I want to put on a fundraising social to make a fund in the account to send money to each guys like Dan, Pat, Garrett, Gore, Jocelyn, anybody competing OSG, Arnold's this year. So I have contacted people. I didn't want to put any more out there because I already felt I had dropped the ball in the shirts. So I didn't want to be like, hey, we're going to do another fundraiser when I haven't even came through on the first pre-order.
It's a very awkward thing to ask people for support on things when they've already supported something that we haven't delivered on.
I'm working on a weekend in February right now. I've spoken with Hooters. They have offered their place up. Tickets there. They'll be offering like a discount on a certain meal. All the 100% fundraising tickets come to us. It'll be full transparency. I can even get the screenshot of the bank account if you want afterwards. Here's the money, and I can even screenshot all the different transfers we're going to do to people.
If you need that, fuck you, but we will do it. That's
yeah.
So
If you don't know me, I wouldn't steal red cent from
If you
anybody.
actually ask for that, go fuck yourself.
I'm gonna need that.
But we can't. We believe in
The
transparency.
e-transfer or the screenshot?
Both. Yeah.
So we will be doing that. We will be looking
For your own fundraiser. Yeah.
We will be looking for silent auction prizes.
Yes. Yeah.
We will be looking for that. It's going to support all athletes. So it's not just Dan. It's everybody who qualifies. For this year, we're going to run Arnold's and OSG. Those are the two big shows.
Yep.
So we're going to run that because we are Strong Manitoba right now. We are kind of more of an amateur league, anyways. We only got U2 pros, but we're mostly amateurs.
We're community league.
Yeah. So we're going to run.
We're here to help the people who are.
And I'd like to create a fund that in the account that we're just helping people who qualify for these shows that are just out of their affordability.
Yeah.
Let's face it. We're record high inflation in Canada. Rents through the roof. Groceries through the roof.
Whose fault is that?
Oh, that's my best friend, Justin Trudeau. Holy shit. Speaking of this, guys, I have got the best damn story in the world for you. So I'll finish this up.
Finish that thought first.
Yeah, we're going to finish thought, and then we're going to roll into Justin Trudeau story. That made me laugh so hard. Anyway, so yeah, it's a way to give back because Arnold's is going to cost, I mean,
an arm and a leg.
I would say you're at least $2,000 to get to Arnold's with your flights, your hotels, and your registration fees.
Yeah, for sure.
And everyone's like, yeah, well, it's a hobby. They can support their own
your
shit.
picture with Jay Cutler too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you need your picture of Jay
That's
Cutler.
gonna cost some money.
I get a picture of Jay Cutler.
I'm gonna get one with Jay Cutler. Are you not?
I mean, why not?
That's my plan.
Are you a Jay Cutler fan?
I don't know.
I'm not setting you up. I just say I want to get a picture with Jay Cutler.
I thought it was the hair.
Maybe it's the hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay Cutler's.
Yeah. So I know people always,
Football player or the
Yeah.
bodybuilder?
Yeah, the football player.
people always hark, well, it's a hobby. You should support your own shit. If you can't afford a hobby, don't do a hobby. And I get that. But I like to support because people still hobby. And it's still nice to be able to do those international shows if you can't afford just, and that's the purpose of the community we're building.
But also, no one's asking us to do this.
No,
you know what I mean.
That
Like, no one's saying like, hey, like no one's starting their own GoFundMe's.
I was literally driving down to Florida and I messaged my group chat that I have like with Gord, a bunch of guys to get their opinions, and I messaged you. I'm like, I'm putting on this fundraiser. I hope you're on board. Or I want to be. Yeah, and Tyler's like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I got some negative feedback, which was good because it prepared me for what I'm going to get on Instagram when I post it.
fuck that shit.
But
no problem with it.
Give me a list.
It was my idea. I'm like, I want to get this done. I want to help as many people as I can.
Yeah.
I don't know how many more years I got in this shit, so I can help as many people as I can. We'll do it.
Could be dead soon.
You never know if I keep gaining weight.
Fall off a fucking roof and die.
Anyways, Justin Trudeau. So I've got my pen holder in my office is a Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau, more like it, eh?
Yeah. He's bent over with his pants down. He's a bobblehead, and there's a hole in his ass, and that's my pen holder.
Yes.
In my desk. So obviously,
Just
I'm
your pen
very
name.
clearly a liberal fan. My banker comes in. I'm not going to say from where, but he comes in for a Christmas party, and he's been there numerous times. He's like, Devin, I got to tell you something. So it was about a month or two ago. He came in with his boss, and they brought a woman with him, a new banker that wanted to get acquainted with us. And she walked in the office, and the first thing she seen was my Justin Trudeau thing. And I'm sure someone mentioned something because I just went off about how much I hate the Liberals and the government.
Naturally, yeah. This is just like a normal conversation with
Screw the
Devin,
Liberals,
right?
this, that, bunch of piece of shit. I'm going off and off about anybody liberal and their viewpoints and inflation and spending and COVID and all this other gay shit.
Mm-hmm.
And realizing she's getting a little uncomfortable, but you're in my office. Don't come to my office then.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't come to your house and ask
Devin's
you.
playground, baby.
If I come to your house and you start telling me views I don't like it, I'll just leave.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not realizing what I've done. So they get in the vehicle and she looks over at our banker, I'm not going to say his name, and she's like, I need to talk to you about something. And he's like, yeah, what's up? She's like, my husband works for the Liberal Party.
Nice. It's fucking.
And he's like, she's like, he's a, I don't know, whatever, she said his title, he's involved in the party, and that made me very uncomfortable. And the banker's like, he's like, I'm going to lose my job. He's like, she's going to go to HR, and I'm going to be out of a job. But luckily she went on mat leave.
This like a true liberal. She went on that leave. took some money from the government to go on fucking leave.
Oh, frick, he was laughing. He's like, Devin, I thought I was done for.
But I mean, it's a really good test of her, like, how serious are you about this fucking business where this guy's going to sit there and shit talk your husband for probably hours on end, and you have to just eat it.
And you literally said nothing back. Yeah.
That's really funny. That's good stuff. I like that.
Way to react like a liberal and not stand up for yourself.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, just sit there quietly and just get fucking railed
just
on by
take it.
Devin, the big angry conservative.
Big bearded hillbilly. Can you imagine seeing it through her eyes? This big fat blob sitting there bitching about your husband.
That's very funny.
Oh, your husband's boss me a cocksucker.
And it's like, and her husband was Justin Trudeau. This was actually Sophie Trudeau.
I wish.
Not anymore.
That would have went
Oh,
different.
yeah, that's true. They split up. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was too busy screwing the country and not his wife. I keep saying that.
This fucking guy with the jokes over here. Eh? Okay, so what do we have time there, B? 30. Okay, so we're about the halfway point
Lots
here.
of
So
time.
what I want,
I've got my liberal rant in. We're good.
we
Transition, buddy.
got that out of the way early,
can
so now we're
move
talking
on.
about other stuff.
What else did I talk about?
So what I did want to talk about is we have.
Novice show?
Well, I started talking about this quite some time ago, so now we're going to continue on my conversation about this. Is
look, squirrel.
following the log competition is we have the novice competition.
Yep.
And what we're going to do right now is hammer out the events of the
I'm
competition.
going to set him right here, right now.
Yeah. So Devin has sort of a tentative list. What I want to preface this with is that we said we're going to set a goal of no redoing events throughout the season.
That's the.
But I think the novice can be its own.
Because, the whole purpose with the novice comp is to take the funnest events.
And rudimentary ones, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are indoors in my gym, and it's not a huge place.
Right.
And the purpose is to attract people to sports. We're not going to want to do death medleys and shit that people like, this sport sucks. You're trying to take what represents, when you think strongman competing, what events come to mind?
Right.
That are exciting to watch.
Yeah. Death medleys.
Death medleys, yeah. Chain drags to failure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Beakley's coming back, baby.
Yeah.
Him and McNoll are doing masters.
Yeah, I love that. So I think that like I said, we're gonna try to adhere to that rule as best we can.
Yeah.
To not have any repeats for events, but we're not gonna include that for the novice competition here because we're gonna have to get
this will
really
be separate.
This is gonna be just like I said, we're gonna keep it very simple, very bare bones, and we're gonna work with what kind of makes sense for.
And this is an unsanctioned novice comp.
Right.
So there is no. I know people are, the SCC, which we're on board with. We do SCC shows. There is a sanction fee involved for an novice show, and there's also you have to get a membership. And a lot of people doing our novice show don't end up transitioning in the season, which we hope they do. But this is a low cost. Your entry cost doesn't even cover your T-shirt. I think it pretty much covers your T-shirt.
Pretty much get your T-shirt.
Yeah. So Supplement King's on board. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, he doesn't know it yet, but he will be giving us prizes for this. So thank you, Landon, for that.
Landon's always supported every one of our shows.
Yeah, in all seriousness, Supplement King and Landon Pierce, the owner, they are like real pillars of the strongman community and helping out, and just they're all like, for instance, like I've remembered about a week, 2 days before our competition, like, oh shit, we don't have prizes for the competition, and then I messaged them and they hook us up. So
within a day he's like, he did text me next day, kid, Tyler told me to get this ready. It's at the location.
Yeah, I need 30 prizes by tomorrow, and they help us out with that. So they're great for that. So thank you to Supplement King for all that they do for us.
Yeah.
Friend of the show too.
Absolutely.
So, but we'll have a little something for everybody who wins. Maybe even a little something for everybody who competes. We'll see.
Yeah, we're working on something.
Yeah.
He'll probably put together a little sample pack for everybody.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he does well with that.
I think you will, won't you, Landon?
That Landon's a great guy. if you don't, just hit him up on Instagram.
Yeah, if you don't get one, you know who to blame because we're trying to get it for you. So,
well, I got a few men. I'm just kidding.
So we're looking forward to that one. But let's why don't we get into
you think the amount of maybe he'll sponsor the show one day with all the
Maybe that seems possible.
Wink.
Yeah, we do have our first sponsor in Jeremy Weens Realty.
Yeah.
Can you reveal the events then?
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I only have 2 events that I'm set.
Okay.
One, I was thinking overhead press. People like to see the log press. We did the Viking a couple times this year. It's just a staple. People liked, and it'll transition well from the log comp because the ones that did the long comps like, I actually really enjoyed this, can transition right into the novice show.
It makes sense because it's one less thing that will be on people's nerves, or on their nervousness to be like, I have to prepare for one more event. They already got that. They already know it from the log competition.
Then I was thinking axle wheel deadlift.
Dan, thoughts on the log?
That's a great choice.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you first started Strongman, that was an event that was fun to watch.
Yeah. I think everyone wants. There's like you said, there's key ones that everyone wants to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Axle wheel
circus
deadlift
dumbbell in my first show.
Did you?
Oh yeah, that's right. It was a very light one too. It was like banging out reps after reps just for like the full minute.
Yeah.
It was basically who could get them like the fastest. Because everybody was
who got the down command the quickest.
Yeah, everyone was going for the full minute. I remember.
Everyone
that.
has me as a rest pissed off. You piece of shit. What do you mean we got to hold our reps and Paul's giving them away? I'm just kidding, Paul. I'm just kidding. I'm just a Nazi.
Just kidding. Yeah. What's number 2 there, Devin?
Axle deadlift. I'm thinking with the wagon wheels.
Love it.
We can do axle or bar, but we have the wheels. We have the sets from Strong Manitoba.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think the least impact for my gym as well. So
sure, yeah.
that's where I'm moving into we're gonna do a moving event, and that's what I want your guys' feedback on. I'm trying to figure out a moving event that has the least chance of tearing my turf.
Okay.
I spent a lot of money on that turf. It's padded.
There's not many options.
Yeah, well, we got yoke, and the yoke, I have the curved feet, so we can do yoke,
Yeah.
and we can do head-to-head. I think with my turf, we have enough room, but you only have 1.5 to 2 feet in between the yokes, because my yokes are a little wider.
For novice, I might not trust the straightest lines for people, so we maybe we'll go one at a time for that one. We'll see.
So we could run
Sandbag
farmers
carry.
head-to-head.
Or sandbag carry.
Well, I was thinking if we did we could do a kind of like what they did at OSG there. I like the sandbag. For a medley at the end, sandbag, load the sled, because I have matching sleds and back drag 70 feet back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do that too.
But make it a little shittier, like 60-foot sandbag to sled with
This guy
70
just
foot
finished
back.
saying he doesn't want to do death medleys or anything. He's like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, maybe we can make it worse for these people though.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking a 60-foot
I mean,
carry.
I like that.
Yeah.
A
I think
60-foot
it's great.
carry,
Yeah.
run back, 60-foot carry, and give him like 90 seconds.
So 2 sandbags and then a sled pull.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like
Because
that.
my sleds slide pretty easy on the turf, so even if you're doing 400-pound sled drag, everybody's finishing that, besides the fact they're exhausted.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Okay.
it's...
So that's event 2, or with no particular order.
No.
But that's the second event that we
Yeah,
have
and
planned.
then axle wheel deadlift.
Oh, 3.
Yeah.
That's right. We have
Yeah.
3.
Do we run the axle or deadlift bar?
Axle.
I think axle. Yeah.
Axle. What are you thinking? What's number? Those are the ones you said you had in lock already, right?
Yeah,
Was the
yeah,
first two whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then a moving event, we need either farmers. We get farmers frame because I do have matching frame.
Okay.
Farmers frame and yoke for moving
you have
events.
matching frame?
Yeah, I got 4 matching frames.
Oh.
2 women's and 2 men's.
What do you think?
So we could do matching frame carries
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's kind of a cool enough thing that you wouldn't often see.
because we had them at Manitoba's there when the year we competed.
Yeah.
Yeah, matching.
Really?
Yeah, no one. It just looked like one because I was gone so fast.
I'm like looking like, where's the second one? And Devin's already at the finish line.
Remember when we tied for the deadlift and you wore a suit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Can you imagine showing up to a suit and tie event without a suit?
I'm just strong.
What's
You also got shorter range of motion, being only 5'10".
We're the same height. You
You
guys
guys
I'm
are-
5'10" and a
you
half.
guys are
No, you're
both-
fucking not.
You guys are both under 6 feet. That's the only designation that's needed.
He's 6 feet when he wears his heels.
His heels with his suit.
Yeah.
Don't judge me on the weekends.
What
See him outside Tom's and Hines the other day or what?
what's the weight for the ladies frame that you have?
Would be the farmers. What are the farmers? 95 a piece. So it'd be 190 plus the uprights. That might be a 250 frame.
Is that heavy?
That might be heavy for a
That's
novice,
heavy.
eh?
Probably for me, yeah.
That might no because
Could
the
you do that?
farmers.
I don't know if I could, to be
The
honest
farmers
with
are pretty heavy on their own actually for the women.
I think that might be a little much for a novice
Yeah, that
one.
might
So
be.
we'll why don't we say keep it simple, just do farmers.
Okay, maybe we'll use your
The Bartos ones?
for the women, so they're not 95 pounds because
Sure.
that's very hard.
Yeah, sure.
And then the men's are 208 technically. I know everyone at Nationals like, oh, these farmers too, but they're actually 7 pounds over.
That's what I wanted to mention actually too. A lot of motherfuckers are running around after like at nationals and post nationals saying, "Oh, the Viking press was 400 pounds for sure. That had to be 400 pounds." I got bad fucking news for you guys. It was not 400 pounds.
It was scaled on a scale.
We weighed it.
Yeah, with my tractor,
And
with
you're-
digital scales, and pulled the lever.
You're just not as strong as you think you are.
But-
No, you know what? It was 400 pounds.
Yeah.
I did 10 reps.
This
of it,
motherfucker
so-
got 10. What do you want us to do? You want us to lower the weight, and make Dan get fucking
let's
30
be
reps?
honest,
Like, what do you want? From us?
All the
Fuck.
men's farmers were 7 pounds a hand heavier than what we said they were.
Were they?
Well, because my farmers, because we added the plates to make sure they didn't topple.
Oh, yeah.
Those plates added 7
Oh,
pounds.
well, there you go. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You guys had
so
heavier farmers than you thought.
280 of those actually 287.
But I heard from a bunch of people like, oh, that was way heavier than it was supposed to be. It's like, oh, maybe you're just not as strong as you think you
No,
are.
because people always
wasn't.
lie on their Viking press. Oh, it's a 300-pound Viking when they
Right.
put 300 pounds on, but don't
Right.
realize they lose 20% in the lever.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't. They're not aware of how to properly weigh.
But they were exactly
Yes.
within, I bet you, 3 or 4%
Yeah,
of what
so-
that was. Yeah.
So congratulations to the guys who did well on that one, and for the guys who didn't, I would recommend getting stronger. That'd be my best advice for you.
Yeah.
But Dan did 10
I'm
reps.
looking at you, but you're the one.
Exactly.
You did very well in
Yeah.
it, so I'm
Yeah.
not trying to point that at you. Okay, so we have 4. We got log, deadlift,
farmers and axle.
farmers, and
Axle deadlift.
no, I said that. We got
Log.
log, deadlift.
Yeah, deadlift.
He's just like
The medley. The medley. Why don't you put some input in
Log,
here, Dan?
deadlift, the medley,
We're at like 9 events now.
the log, and the deadlift.
It's
the
a 2-day
medley,
novice show.
The farmers, yeah. You gotta stay in St. Malo overnight.
I'll set up my camper.
And then we need one more, and a loading event. Or no, we gotta kind of have that right with the sandbag, I guess.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? What would be fun to have?
I
to
wanted
do?
sandbag toss, but we can't. I mean, we but I would have to go outside in the snow, and that's a danger factor there.
Would there? You think there'd be snow?
Oh yeah, in March for sure, man. Yeah, we're still sledding in March.
It's April.
April. Danielle, when did we run snow into? We sledded until mid-April last year.
But this is a weird year.
What if you did throw
Holy
for
shit! Yeah,
distance inside?
we might only get snow in April.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Throw for distance inside.
Yeah, that could be something.
No, you hit my damn ceiling fan.
Nobody's going to throw it that high.
Holy shit! Yeah, because strongmen know about trajectory properly. And like, no, fucking retarded.
All right, we're not going not for distance then.
Freaking ridiculous. Shit's gonna be hitting the walls.
We could do.
Some I did.
These guys can't even piss straight. They're supposed to throw straight.
We could do. I don't know. Is there anything that you want to like try out from your equipment that we haven't done much of or anything?
I got all those duck walks.
We could do the duck walks.
Hey, whoa! I got very light duck walks. I got all those ones that they play adjustable. I could move the power stairs into the gym and do power stairs.
Is that too much for a novice competition? Or am I getting too?
I've got
lost
really
in the
light
idea?
duck walk, like really light implements, and we got the pin adjustable ones.
Here's my thoughts on that. Is that's one that people are gonna have a hard time practicing for a novice
They
competition.
just got to come out to training grounds gym, baby.
That's You
Doors
know what?
always open for everybody.
Shut my mouth, because that's true. All you do is go to training grounds, gym,
Yeah.
you can practice.
I think it's something stationary. I can set it up in the gym. No issues.
Okay.
We'll shorten the sandbag thing to 50 feet then to allow for the power stairs to sit at the end of my turf.
Okay.
And we could run power stairs. It's a cool, make it a little lighter because it's going to be 9 steps.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be, I think that would be awesome.
Power stairs.
What do you think?
Power
Yeah.
stairs.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay.
I
You,
like power
producer,
stairs.
you're doing it, right? Weren't you talking about competing?
Potentially.
No,
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Talk's cheap. You know what else is cheap? Dippity-doo.
Yeah, very, very cheap. So there we go. You have your 5 events for the novice competition.
Should we try to listen them off?
Log, clean and press 4 reps. Axle, wagon wheel, deadlift 4 reps. Sandbag onto sled, 50 feet each, 2 sandbags.
Back sled drag.
Okay.
Single-handed.
Yes. Farmers carry, power stairs.
Yep.
That's all of them?
Yep.
That's your novice competition. There you go. Looking forward to it, and we'll.
That's actually a fun comp.
Yeah.
That's
do
I
it?
mean that's better than a lot
Yeah,
of novice
that's,
comps.
you
I
can
think.
do
Oh,
it
I
at
can shave my
the
mustache.
U120.
You said if I shave my mustache, I could do it.
Yeah. I'm wondering, I was always wondering, I was going to ask you about that. Should we run a lightweight and a heavyweight novice, like for men, since we have a spread of 150-pound guys to 290-pound guys?
No, and I'll tell you why. Because I know a lot of light guys that are going to smash a lot of the heavier guys, and it's not going to matter.
Yeah, you have the 2 guys in your gym.
Yeah.
But that doesn't account for anybody else getting in the show who's novice, who's not a 700-pound deadlifter.
No, but I know a few guys who are still gonna. I would say no. I think that it's gonna be. I think that the light guys are gonna be able to show up enough that, and we'll adjust the weights as needed. You know what I'm talking about when I say
Yeah.
the guys who are gonna do really well, but they, it's gonna be like you can go. What am I trying to say? Like we can adjust as much as we want, and those guys are still going to smash it in terms of weights and everything. And there's going to be heavy guys that we can go as heavy or as light as we want. And they're still going to have a hard time with
Yeah.
it. So it's for anybody who's not aware of the ups and downs of trying to pick a weights for a novice competition, is that there's always going to be guys who have never competed in strongman,
Yeah.
but are really strong.
Well, so what I should say is I have a couple kids, 15, 16 years old.
Well, that's worth considering then. We could do
My nephew Bosco,
right.
he wants to compete.
So we could do a different division.
So we
for
might
that,
just have
absolutely.
maybe like a teen division for a novice
Because I
show.
think that
That's what-
Yeah,
Chris
that'd be
Weeb's kid might want to do it too.
Yeah, so if we do a
Actually,
teen weight,
Sure.
and then we do that makes sense.
I'll
That's
try to
no
get my
problem.
nephew into it, but he's 9, so
That's fine.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We'll
His balls about to drop. This would be a good way to drop him.
hey, okay, so that's something then, is that if you have a youngin who's maybe interested in trying to get involved in strongman, it sounds like we're gonna have a teen division
We'll
for
do
the
a
first
teen
time
division,
ever.
yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Maybe we'll even have a ladies division. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I care that much to do that, but we'll find we'll find out.
The ladies division,
Yeah. You don't think so?
like at the novice show.
Yeah.
We'll have women.
Just kidding.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay, so with that,
You're disgusting.
it's disgusting. I'm a horrible man. So we got the novice competition, date, events locked in. Registration will probably open, I would guess, towards the end of January,
Yeah.
probably, right? We won't worry about that too much quite yet. We'll let the
If we use this same shirt printing guy, we should probably put the order in this week.
yes, we should consider making that order right away, because we want to get it at least the
Should've
night
made it in
before the
October.
competition.
You know, which is weird. He did come through for nationals
The night,
the morning of.
the morning of.
I met him at 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning.
When, and how much earlier did you order the shirts?
Yeah, it was a while.
Did you order them the day before that? Because otherwise, it's not really inappropriate.
he just thrives under pressure.
It's gotta be it. It's gotta be it. So we got that locked in. That's good to go. Registration for the log will be this week. We want to give that a little bit of time to breathe, and then we'll do the registration for the novice competition towards the end of January, probably.
Damn right. So I think last year we charged $40.
We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, and I think that was your T-shirt.
Whatever
your
it's going to
prize
be,
pack, everything.
it's going to be double that this time.
Yeah.
So
Picture
get
with
ready, Get ready. That gets you your shirts, your registration, a picture with Devin at the end of the competition.
Yeah. maybe a bottle of moonshine. We'll see
Maybe,
how
yeah.
it goes.
We can all have a sip of Devin's moonshine afterwards.
I'll get custom engraved lasered moonshine bottles.
There you go. I tried I think I said on here before, but I tried the unflavored moonshine one time and just immediately puked on,
At my place?
on Devin's deck. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yes.
I also watched Lane think it was a filter of water.
Oh wow! Really?
I forgot about the.
I was at least kind of like prepared
because
for it.
I had
That's so much worse.
I had ran some through a Brita, and Lane poured some cup, thinking it was a cup of water.
Oh no!
I forgot about that.
Did he take a fucking swig of it?
Oh yeah, he did.
Well, how was that? Good.
I forgot you were there for that. I don't know what he did. What did he do?
He spit it like right in the sink.
Oh my god! I can't. for me, when I drank it, the response was so like unconscious and immediate that I just like immediately threw up.
But yours was at 90. I think I had that stuff at 94%. Lane's was diluted down to 50 because I already diluted it and ran it through some charcoal filter, so it was very clean.
Okay,
but when you're expecting water and you get 50% alcohol,
that makes it way worse, man. I think that might beat mine just on that alone.
I
honestly.
forgot about that.
That's really funny.
That was
though.
after Vita.
No, you weren't there for Vita, so it wouldn't
When
have
did you
been
come
Vita.
down? That was maybe it was after Manitoba's or
Della for Dreams.
Della for Dreams.
Yeah, Della for Dreams.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I watched him take it out of the fridge, fill up a big glass of it, and just.
That's outstanding. Shout out to Lane for being a
You
moron.
you see his Instagram post today, his story?
No.
So everyone's posting like their years in 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and he's got 6 or 8 different loaves of bread. just they're getting older.
Man, he posted a picture of him like in high school. Talk about a guy who should thank fucking Christ every day that he found the gym. Because oh boy, if you think he looks like a loaf now, wait till you see like a loaf with no arms like he used to be in the old picture. He's just like he looks like a marshmallow if you stuck toothpicks into it and just like called that a person. It was amazing. Lane, all the credit in the world for getting in the gym and getting.
Looks like the Michelin Man with 2 broomsticks.
It's exactly like that. Yeah, it's exactly like that. If you deflated the Michelin Man's arms, that's what.
Man, he's. I mean, not to let the calibrate to it, but he's doing a lot of work to get that show going up north.
Great. I hope. Yeah, he's been messaging me every so often with his questions and stuff about it, and I'm happy to help. And I guess maybe it's worth putting out there that if you're in Winnipeg or if you're in like rural Manitoba at all and you want to have something happen in your town like that, like Lane's making it happen, and we do what we can to assist and help out. So if you're thinking like, hey, there's a fair in my town, or there's something where they could really use a good strongman competition, just get in contact with me and Devin, and we'll try to do our best to make sure something happens.
Especially because there's these northern towns, northern communities, or any communities that have these massive multiplex arenas,
right? Yeah.
In the winter that would let them use an indoor venue.
Yeah. And then, we'll break you off a little something, too. We'll all make a little something off of it. So there you go.
Yep.
I talked about the Icelandic Festival.
Yeah. Have you heard of this before?
Have you heard it before? It's in my area.
The Icelandic Festival, that'll be down the line of our competition announcements.
I'm still having some butt hurtness over that one right now.
I
So
don't blame you.
I can see that. So I wanted to bring it up.
You're hiding it really well.
Yeah.
But before we wrap things up here, I do want to make one more small announcement. Is that we have our next competition booked, which is going to be our first competition of the Strongman Corp Canada amateur season.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So on May 25th.
Yeah. In the giant tourist attraction location.
Yes, of Tolstoy, Manitoba, the same place it was last year.
You blink, you miss it.
Yeah, it's
You blink twice, you probably just ran the border getting chased down.
We Elsie's Hotel, run by Ben Holadraga out there. They were super gracious to have us last year, and they just ended up being like a great venue for it. I really love they have like a little kind of like a tucked away sort of like yard almost, like and that kind of maybe downplays it a little bit. It's like a field.
Yeah.
And it's on grass, which is sort of different.
Surrounded by bush.
Yeah, it's surrounded. There's shade to sit in for all the competitors and all the spectators.
He brings a barbecue truck in.
Yep. There's a beer garden. There's a barbecue truck. There's Elsie's Hotel if you need a place to crash afterwards. If you get a little too much sun, a little too much booze in you.
Old-fashioned woman looking for husbands.
There's absolutely. There's
an
farm
Amish
ladies,
community just down the road.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you guys.
Yep.
Why didn't you tell me that?
You look like they don't like Hitler.
The border's right
probably
there. The border, if you want to just go pop across the border and get some.
Yeah, and for those that can't, just stand on this side of the border and send me across. You're good.
But yeah, we're really excited to go back there. We've firmed that back up again with LCs and band and everything. So we're looking forward to that. Just for anyone who forgets or doesn't know or whatever, the Strongman Corp season starts with regionals, goes to provincials, and then goes to nationals. You can't have one without the one before it. So if you want to do provincials, if you want to go to nationals, which is going to be a really awesome one this year in Sam and Max's brand new facility.
New Brunswick, right?
In New Brunswick,
Yeah.
which is like
They just opened.
Shit,
that place looks crazy.
it looks amazing. It looks like a really, really amazing facility.
I wasn't expecting that when I seen those videos.
Well, it's just like it's really easy. Like I speaking of somebody who's opened a gym, it's really, really hard to open a gym and have it like really look fucking ready to go that first day that you open that you turn the key. You know what I mean? Like they really,
Unless
really
you've
work
got
their asses off.
Deep pockets.
Yeah, and they've really worked hard to make that happen for them, and just Not discounting the fact that Sam's just did like OSG, and she has the Arnold coming up, and Max has the Arnold. Is he doing the Arnold this year?
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, but whatever he's got going, like he just did the Rogue. They've got so much shit going on, and to do that is pretty incredible. So we're looking forward to heading out there, checking out that gym for Nationals. I'll be going to watch whoever of my guys ends up going there. But
yeah, 120.
Dan at you 120.
Dan at the 120 category, yeah. And you, but just you gotta do these regional ones. We had a few people who reached out to us last time who said, "Why can't I do provincials and why can't I do nationals?" You have to do the qualifiers first.
Don't do it, Dan. Don't do it. They only get pro status for first place.
Please remember that.
This is coming from your local amateur.
And this is all
Old fat guy with bad back.
This all is the road too, where our man Dan now sits here, which is the newest pro in Manitoba. So if you're trying to be the third one, if you're trying to be the next pro, this is the way to do it. What's our time there, B?
52.
Great. We'll leave it right there.
So before we shut down, make sure to look up Jeremy Wien's Realty.
Yes. Yep.
Check him out. He services all of southern Manitoba, Winnipeg, north of Winnipeg. He sold my parents' place in Loxabani. I listed with him last week. I have a house in Borkery. Within 4 days, I'm talking, we listed it the Sunday, which is the 21st of December, worst time to list. And he had us an offer, and it's conditionally sold within 3 days.
Amazing. Yeah. It's also worth pointing out, too, that he's a gym guy, too.
He is, yep.
Yep.
So he was just in my Jim Pukins video of it on Instagram.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah, that was Jeremy.
I saw him writing his name on the puke wall. Good for him.
Yeah, that was Jeremy.
All right.
I bribed him in. I said, he's like, let's go look at this house. So we looked at the house and bought a house the other day. I'm like, how about this? We'll go look at the house at 8 o'clock, but 6 o'clock in the morning we train. So he had to get up at 4:30 to get his paperwork ready for the house we're looking at.
Fuck.
Showed up at my place at 6. He was puking by 7:15, and we were at that house by 8:15.
Is that not the realtor you want in your corner? Come on.
Yeah.
You're fucking real. All right. So on behalf of B, Queen Penner back there, Manitoba's newest pro, Dan Cadger, Devin Penner, Manitoba's fattest amateur, Devin Penner.
Once was, has been.
And myself. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys next week.